Hit the mics, take a seat, it's about to ignite. Two dudes with the spread, keep your bets locked tight. Sports talk sharp like a razor blade edge. Numbers don't lie, no need for a hedge. Welcome to the greatest fucking show on earth. From the pitch to the court where legends birth. Plays and parlays, every wager's worth. Sit back, tune in, ride the wave of mirth. Game clock's ticking, we predicting the heat. Fast.
Welcome, sports fans. Episode number 35 of the Two Guys, One Spread podcast. Back with Tommy. I'm Joe, getting ready to drop sports knowledge on you.
That's
Tommy,
right. All sports. All sports, Joe.
All sports. Did you,
That's right.
except for, well, not pickleball. I mean, we're
No,
not.
not pickleball. That's not that
Right.
big yet. I haven't been following up on my pickleball stars yet, but
Yeah.
you know, soon.
Did you happen to see what happened at the end of our last episode?
Yeah, you went dead on me.
Yeah, well, guess what?
Did you come
went
back?
dead on me. So we both kept talking.
Okay.
Thought the other person was gone.
All right.
But then when it came through, we were both there. My friend texted me and he's like, dude, you got to see. So we're both like talking and going on. Total. Listen, this is what happens when you're just learning and you're winging it. It was awesome.
Yeah.
But you pros, you're like, oh, I hope Joey comes back. And I'm sitting there like, I don't know if Tom's going to come back, but I'm going to get this shit out right here. And we're
You'll
both
double
just,
freeze.
yeah. And we were both just rolling. So
Just kept it going.
yeah, I don't know how much the listeners could get out of it, but it was definitely interesting. So, what's been going on, buddy? How you doing?
Nothing. Great Thanksgiving weekend. Thanksgiving's one of my favorite days.
Oh,
Play some football, watch some football. This is one of the best, I thought, games, scheduled. Like 3 really good games, like where you're like, these, you always hope, you never know, but you always hope they turn out to be great games. And
yeah.
they were good games. It was some good football on.
I know for a fact that I like Thanksgiving more than most people.
Right.
I love Thanksgiving.
Right. And then we did a little fantasy Thanksgiving Day event, which was a lot of fun. That was a good time.
It was a good idea, right?
It was a good idea. I thought I was already spending that money. It turns out Lamar Jackson he's not good. He sucked. That didn't help. I started out good. My receivers started good. Both my receivers played well. And I was like, all right, this is good. I got Lamar versus the worst defense maybe in the history of NFL. And
so
I'm
thinking next year I might start 3 or 4 of those. I love the idea. So what happened was, Big Nick, he loves to gamble, right? I'm like,
sure.
We do DraftKings, and I'm like, maybe I'll get someone else involved. So I'm like, let me text Tommy. Then I'm like, I'll see if I can get like one more. So like I put a feeler out to 1 or 2 and I didn't hear. And then then they're all like, yeah, I'm in. And I'm like, oh, and I'm like, well, I can't make it more than 6, right? Because there's only 6 teams.
Yeah.
So next thing I know, I was maxed out at 6. And I'm like, all right. So basically we did a 6-person fantasy draft all Thanksgiving Day.
Right.
And, just a snake draft. We random draft order and we threw in some money. And I thought it was great. I mean, I'm sitting there. I'm like, everybody's watching these football games. At least the people.
Everybody. I mean, that Chiefs game was the highest rated watched game regular season history.
Yeah,
58 million basically watched.
Yeah, no kids have stuff. So I'm like, everybody I know is watching these games. I'm like, we should just make it a thing. And it was actually a lot of fun.
It was great.
Next year I might try and pop a couple of different ones because it was really, despite the fact that my team sucked and I finished.
No, it was terrible. It wasn't a good team, but it was a good idea.
I know it was. I got the idea. Good credit. The draft. I knew the draft was going to be bad. I took Gibbs in the first round. I was excited for him, but then as soon as we came back, I'm like, dude, my receivers are garbage, and I knew I was done at that point. Yeah. It was a lot of fun. I just love Thanksgiving. I try and explain to the ladies I work with. I'm like, and I do mean it. Watching pro football it's like, I don't know, it's definitely, I think it's my favorite thing to do. Like anything.
Yeah. That game
I,
you don't even care. You don't care about the game, but
every
you're like, I'm watching it. It's
I
gonna
watch
be good.
every chance I can get to watch professional football. I watch it. I enjoy it. I just love it. I love it. I love the fantasy part of it, but I love it even without fantasy.
Right.
So Thanksgiving is like guaranteed 3 games. I know nothing else is going on, so I don't have to miss them.
Right.
You I get to be around people that I don't see all the time, like family and friends, which is great. Food's always great. I mean, there's really just I just love Thanksgiving.
Yeah. That was
Awesome,
awesome.
awesome day. So we're gonna hit on a couple different topics, but we're talking football, so let's do you wanted to do a little bit in out for NFL
Yeah.
play, right?
Yeah, these playoff races are it's interesting. The AFC, mostly the AFC, but the NFC has a couple interesting battles themselves. But I was thinking maybe a little is are they gonna make the playoffs or are they gonna miss the playoffs? I mean, are they gonna be in or out? And it's very interesting. And you can go right from in the AFC, let's start with the most interesting division. I guess it's the AFC South now. It's AFC South. I think that they got, the Jags are currently now the 1 seed at 8-4. You got the Colts at 8-4. Texans are red hot at 7-5, and if the Titans, if they get hot, you never know.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
So we got 3 teams.
I
Out of those three, it out of those three, all right, the Patriots are making it, and then we got one of the teams for sure in the North.
yeah.
So that's two. Are all three of those teams going to make it?
Well, no,
So you
no,
got you don't
they're
think
not.
all three?
If all 3 of them make it, that means there's only one other wild card, which means right there's 3 wild cards, so that means the Chargers or the Bills are out.
Right, right, right,
If those 3
right.
make it,
So
right?
you got to assume that you're right. One of them is most likely out. Who is out? Wait, well, I mean, so the Chargers you're saying are in?
No, I'm not saying the Chargers are in.
Okay.
I
Well, you're definitely saying the Chiefs are out. Chiefs are out.
Chiefs are out to me.
They're out. I agree.
Zero faith that they're running. We've been hearing them run the table for a month. They're
I know.
not good. They're not good enough to do it.
Right. No, I agree with you. They have no running game. I really feel like this is one of their better receiving cores they've had, but it's not really helped. It's a weird team because I actually think this is the best Mahomes played in a while, but they just can't win. Yeah, I agree. They're out. So we have the Chargers at 8-4. We have the Jaguars at 8-4. We have the Colts at 8-4. We have the Bills at 8-4.
I want to see. I think. Yep. I'm saying it for sure. So I think. Let me look. I think the Colts are out.
I don't disagree with you. They have a hard schedule
Not they have a hard schedule, and I mean I was half joking. I was half joking with my buddy because he's got Jonathan Taylor and he's been so good in fantasy.
Yeah.
But I'm like, dude, they're gonna get. I don't want to say figured out. They're gonna get figured out a little bit. I just it's so hard to be as good as they were.
Right.
And I mean, look, I think the Jags schedule has the Jets should definitely be a win, and the Titans should be a win. Okay,
Right.
they got the Colts twice. I think there's a fair chance that they split with the Colts. That's 3 wins. That's 11.
Right.
The Colts,
Look at this Colts schedule is brutal. It is really brutal.
It is.
I mean, they go. It's a brutal schedule. They're not getting in. I don't.
No, I don't think they're getting in. They got
Because everybody they're playing needs to win. Also, it's
and
not like they have any cakewalks.
that they're playing is if you're going to count the Jags as a good team,
Right. It depends what week you kind of watch the team, but
yeah, I mean, I don't think
they're 8-4.
They're not terrible.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going to say
But that's the worst team they're playing.
I'm going to say The Colts are out. I'm gonna say
Schedule that. Ooh.
I'm gonna go Jags and the Titans or Texans. I think the Texans get in. The Texans are
Yeah, they're rolling.
But let me say the Chargers. I don't even know what to make of the Chargers.
Chargers. I agree with you.
The Chargers schedule is tough too. Eagles, Chiefs, Cowboys, Texans, Broncos.
That's really tough too.
Every
might
again, the worst team on there might be the Chiefs,
right
or the Cowboys.
Right.
Yeah,
the Texans have. I mean, they play the Chiefs this week. They play the Cardinals, winnable game. They play the Raiders. They should win. Big game against the Chargers, and then they got the Colts. Listen, Bills are in. I'm looking at these schedules, and the Bills are in. They gotta win these games coming up. They got the easiest of everything. They play the Browns, the Jets, the Bengals, and yeah, they play the Patriots. They're not winning the division. I like them. They'll beat the Patriots, but
yeah,
they gotta be in. They gotta be in.
They should get yeah. I mean, I think 11 gets you in, right? I think 11, and they're gonna get to 11.
And they play the Eagles, but yeah, the Eagles aren't exactly.
I guess I think maybe it comes down to Chargers, Colts, but I got a lot more faith in. I mean, I got just a little bit more faith in Herbert, and I got a lot more faith in Harbaugh and the schedule too. So
Right. All right.
Yeah, tough. Yeah. That's where I'm going. I think I'll go Denver, Chargers, Texans, Jags. Who's winning the AFC North?
I was just gonna ask who is winning the North. I mean,
I you know me, Steelers hater. They're terrible. I guess Baltimore's going to figure it out somehow, but
Baltimore looked awful against the Bengals. Awful, just terrible. I don't. But I agree with you. I mean, the Steelers looked worse against the Bills. So, man, that is tough. But I agree with you. I think the Ravens do get in.
I mean, whoever gets in 9-8, right? Like that's what.
Yes.
The Ravens. Yeah. The Ravens have a tough schedule. The Steelers. Do they have any gimmies on there?
Got to play like the Browns again.
They got the. I don't know if there is such thing as a gimme with the Steelers though. I mean,
Dolphins. Dolphins is winnable. Browns. They play the Ravens.
They got winnable games. I mean,
right. They play the Ravens twice, so I mean, it's in their hands.
I don't
they
think
can do it.
I mean, to me, the Ravens either sweep or a split at best. I just cannot see the Steelers beating them twice.
Listen, 9-8. Tomlin, just put it in the books.
I know.
9-8. Pencil it in. They're gonna figure out a way to come back. The one thing about the Steelers, I will say, is their defense has just been. It's not been great this year. Not just against the Bills, but I mean, just to start the season, they gave up almost 30 against the Jets.
Yeah, they went through a month where you're like, oh, they figured it out.
I know.
It's the old Steelers, and then
right.
They've been a disaster since.
Right. So very interesting in the AFC. In the NFC, it's not as fun or interesting. I guess do the Lions get in? I guess that's the big one. Lions, Panthers. Who wins the South? Can the Lions still get in?
The Lions. What do they?
7 They play the Cowboys this week at home.
They got Steelers and Vikings.
Vikings are terrible.
Those should be two. The Vikings are awful.
Awful. They're a bad team.
I mean, me and Nick go back all the time about how, I mean, J.J. McCarthy's just been so bad.
Really bad.
We actually had a bet that McCarthy wasn't going to get 17 fantasy points versus Seahawks. Obviously, he didn't even play.
Right, he didn't play.
They brought Brosmer in, and I'm like, not. I mean, again, Seattle's my team. I'm a little biased defense, but I'm like, this is not going to be fair. That interception he threw it's up there with Dan Orlovsky running out of the back of the end zone. I mean,
right.
I get it. It's 4th and like 1 or whatever.
Right. You're like, I got to do something, but that is
correct. Dude, he dives. He's literally like parallel to the ground, and he just chucked it. It's just so funny. Oh my
Yeah, it
god,
was good.
that guy he was under siege. Anyway, Vikings are terrible. Um,
They play the Rams, they play the Cowboys,
yeah, I think
Steelers, you never know, and the
they
Bears.
have 7. If they get 3 wins, is 8 going to get you in?
I
That's tough. I could see them getting to 10.
I can
Are,
see them getting to 10, but I don't know. The Packers just need to win a couple. The
yeah,
Bears are already going to
I don't
probably
know if
be
they,
there.
I don't know if they get in with 10. I wonder. I guess it might depend a little bit on the Bears. Is there any chance that the Bears have everything wrapped up by the?
I want to keep saying the Bears aren't that good, but it turns out that they might be decent.
No,
They got
I
a great
know,
offensive line. I mean,
but I
now they
mean,
might have everything wrapped up. I know what you're saying. They might not have anything to play for that
I
last
don't think
week.
they will though. They got, they got the Packers twice, the Niners before then. So those are 3 tough games. And the Browns, and to be honest, I guess you probably never know with the Browns or the Bears, but
Right.
yeah, I don't know, man. It would be interesting if the Lions didn't get in.
I know. I know. You get the Lions, the Chiefs, the Bills, who never know. I mean, there's a lot of big name
Yeah,
teams that
'cause the AFC
struggle.
really wild.
Yeah.
Uh, and
I mean, who win? Then you got like who's winning? You like the Bucks, the Panthers, both teams. Um, Panthers seem to have the bigger of the wins. The Panthers seem to get some big wins.
they
I,
that if you look at that division, the Bucks are actually the best point differential, -22. That's not good.
it's not good.
Team in that division is a minus point differential.
Bad division. Falcons are such a disappointment.
Holy cow. I got a buddy that's a Falcons fan. I text him now and then, and I'm like, holy
They
smokes.
are. I mean, they're just bad. It doesn't make sense. I mean, I'm not. I wasn't sold on Penix yet. I didn't think he was that amazing when he came in last year, and you never know. But it's not all on him. Their defense is not great. I don't know with that team. It's confusing. But I mean,
Yeah,
you got the
I think
best team right now. That look. I mean, the Cowboys might be the best playing team right now. Uh, Eagles don't look good.
no, they don't. I mean, there's a lot of the NFC is very much. I mean, you're 7-5 or you're 3 and something,
Right.
right?
Right. So I mean, you get one team out of the South. You get one team out of the East.
I think you're gonna. Yep, I think you get the Eagles. I don't think Dallas is making it. I think you get the Eagles. I think you get one from the South.
Two from the North and two from the West. Right? Is that math right? Somebody's got. They might not get in the West. So that's
No,
three,
you can get
four,
if we yeah if we said 2 out of the North and 1
five,
out of the other,
six,
3.
7. That makes sense. They could get three out of the West.
Yeah,
I might work out that way because I even with the Cowboys playing good, I still feel like they have to run it out.
yeah.
That tie does not
They're
help them.
they're 3 full wins behind everybody else.
Right, right.
And I just from even Seattle's perspective, I mean, we got the Panthers this week, so that's getting us to 10. No, we have the Falcons. We have the Falcons. So that's getting us
Right.
to 10. I'm pretty comfortable Seattle's going to beat either the Colts or the Panthers. I definitely think we're going to beat the Colts, but 11, yeah, I think you're going to get 3. I really do think you're getting 3 out of that.
I think the 49ers are the worst team in the West.
Yeah, somehow, man, that team keeps winning though. They do.
I know. I know. They've had some injuries. Their offense, I mean, is kind of McCaffrey, you know,
Yeah,
they lean on him, but
that guy's getting a lot of usage.
yep, that was a good draft. I took him in a couple leagues. He's an every other year guy. Next year, I wouldn't. You don't go near him.
Yeah.
Every other year, I think you can draft him. I feel like that for some reason for all running backs. Yeah, everybody was Barkley's down year, and then McCaffrey's having a good year.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's weird.
I know it's rough. I got a few Barclays, and I didn't really want to do it, but I get one
I
or two.
know.
It was to the point where,
Yeah, no, he falls. You like you got no choice. It's value at that point.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, that's what I think. That's what I think you're getting. I guess so. If what we said is true, then that maybe comes down to the Packers and the Lions. Like which one of them, unless
right.
you really think, and I guess, I mean, unless you really think the Bears are gonna falter, but the Lions are like 2 points, 2 games behind them right now.
Right.
Um, they do have them once, right? So that win makes it one. They got the Vikings. It's really the Lions' next 2 or 3 games
Yes, that's what I saw.
are gonna
That's the
really determine what it is. You'd like to think like, hey, 2 weeks ago the Rams looked like easily the best team, and then the
yeah.
Panthers.
I this might be an unpopular take, but Dan Campbell's he loses 2 games a year for that team with his style of coaching. I'm not saying he's a bad coach. I'm not saying he should be fired. I'm not saying and I like an aggressive coach. There is a time and a place to be aggressive, and I remember I watched the Eagles game. That game was windy and cold and no scoring, and he's got the ball and in their territory like 6 times, and he's going for it, and you're like,
I
dude,
know.
kick the field goals.
Yeah,
You just need the points. This is a game of points and field goals. It's
I mean,
I
at this
feel
point,
like he loses
almost
them 2 games as much maybe as he wins it.
at this point, they should almost just cut Bates and save the cap space, right?
I know. They hate him.
I, I'll say this: I agree with you. I agree with you. I do like him a lot though, and
I
this
love.
I like that he just goes up there and he just takes it. He doesn't hide. We got to
No, he
start
doesn't hide. I
film.
agree.
Maybe I
Hmm.
could have did this. I don't know, like that. Like he's just like, no, that's what I do. I got just he just wears.
You're right. But you can't be like, this is who I am. I go for it every time.
Sure,
There is a
that's
time that you're like, listen, this is not the right move. I thought he lost them the 49ers playoff game a couple years ago. And
yeah,
I feel like there's games I watch where you're like, dude, just take the points. It's
yeah,
4th and 5. It's not
yeah.
a sneak. It's not a this. Take it the points. The points still matter.
They
They
do.
matter.
They do. Yeah,
So Campbell, I like him. I not say he's. I just think he's just needs to rein it in at points.
yeah.
I'm not telling him that to never go for it. He's got to rein it in.
Situational, right?
Right.
Situational football.
Points matter still. I know touchdowns, but listen, sometimes you don't thought to be Tomlin, but maybe there's a middle ground once in a blue moon where you got to be like, listen,
Agreed.
this is a game that's low scoring. We got to take the points. Blah blah blah. So that's my little thing. Him.
He's gonna break. What is he biting kneecaps? Is that what?
Right, kneecaps. It was
Yeah,
great.
just awesome, awesome stuff. Oh, what the hell is that? What's this? I got something going on here. Yeah, we'll see. I'll say this for the NFL. This is the most wide open, especially with that Rams loss. This is a
Right.
most wide open that I can really remember it. I mean, I will say this consistently. The Rams to me have been the only team that's really looked great all the time. And as good
Right.
as, even, I mean, I don't know, there's nobody in the AFC that you can put there. Um, I'll say this Seattle has 3 losses. They are to the Rams, which is a 1-score game, really close. The Niners, which they easily could have won,
Right.
they
Right.
should have, but very good team. And the Bucks, who are okay, but at the time were in the top 5 in a
Right.
lot of
Right.
Seattle's they're tough for me because they've had 2 or 3 games where they've just crushed teams, and then they play kind of sloppy. But I'm like, are they have they shut it down? Like they're up by 30
Right.
second quarter.
Right.
So I'm
Yeah, their
like,
defense is nasty. It travels. Offense is good enough. They got arguably the best receiver in the game, a good enough running game. Yeah,
yeah, They
They're
run the
good.
ball. They run the ball a ton, even though they're not great at running the ball. They're solid.
Right.
But I mean, I don't know. The NFC definitely has some better teams. Can you see an AFC team winning the Super Bowl? Do you think the
Yeah, I
Patriots
thought
are
about
right?
this. I was thinking about this the other day, and I'm just like, you know, the Patriots aren't winning the Super Bowl. Like they beat the Bills, and I listen, they beat them. It was a close game. They beat them. I'm not taking anything away from that win, but their schedule has not been difficult. They have played the easiest schedule that you can imagine, and they lost to the Raiders early, and I know that was early.
Legit, the second best team that they've played is the Buccaneers,
Right,
and this is a this isn't even this isn't even when Seattle lost to the Buccaneers. This is
right.
last month where they've been literally put together by duct
Yes,
tape
right.
and
It was a couple weeks ago.
that's pretty. I guess maybe the Panthers, right? They did, but the Panthers looked terrible to start the year too. Yeah, no,
Right. It
I
depends.
I'll
But then you got the Bills. I'll see. They don't have a defense that can win. The Ravens, yeah, they're not good. No one in the North has a chance to win. It's funny. The best team I think has the best chance of winning is the Texans. I think their defense is great, and if they could just get some offense,
yeah
which
yeah
has been a problem for them, but just some offense, and I guess you go the Broncos. They have a great defense. I think their offense. I'm gonna go the Broncos. The Broncos have a chance out of the AFC. It's the Broncos just because their defense is elite, and I think they have a better offense than the Texans, and they have a better record of. They're definitely gonna get in. So I'll say the Broncos. Their defense is very good, and their offense. Nick's is not been stellar, but he's moved
I,
the
I don't
ball.
I don't know if I don't think the Broncos can win it.
I'm saying out of the AFC, that's my best. I think that's your best chance. And then the Texans, I don't even know if they're getting in.
I agree. I don't know if the Texans are getting in. The Texans defense to me is I like the Texans defense better than the
I
Broncos.
know it is great.
Every time I watch the Broncos, I'm like, I don't. They don't look dominant to me.
No,
I don't,
they don't haven't throttled anybody all year. It's no matter who they're playing, it's tight. Um, yeah, I agree with you. Texas defense. That's just nasty, straight filth. But their offense is just
the Texans might as
it's
well have me as a running back because their running
yeah.
back
They do not have a good running back.
Chubb and Woody
And
Parks. I don't know if they have enough. I have a tough time. What about in the NFC or in the NFC? I mean, I feel like there's 6 teams that can maybe win
I
it.
well, that's the thing. I think the NFC this year is like the AFC of the years past, where it's like, oh my God, it's the Bills, it's the Chiefs, it's the Ravens, it's this team, it's that team, and then you're like, this year you're like, man, too bad the Bills suck because
I
it's
know.
wide open,
I
and
know.
it's classic Buffalo stuff that happens. But in the NFC, it's like, man, you could just Eagles, even though they've been bad. I mean, they got the
The
team.
Eagles always look.
Packers.
Yep. I mean,
Uh, Rams,
some
Seahawks,
point.
Niners. I take the Niners kind of out of it. I don't think they have a chance, but I could see the Rams, the Seahawks. I can see the Packers. If the Lions get hot, maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, there's teams that there's like no one you want to play that gets in. Besides maybe the South, but I mean,
I
tough.
agree. I agree. They're Packers are tough. Jordan Love looks so good sometimes, and
I
then other
know, and
times,
he looks so. I'm not a love guy. I just not. But I agree. Sometimes you watch him,
I've watched two
and
or three games this year where I'm like, dude, this guy looks great. And
yeah.
then next week they have 6 points, and I'm like, where was that guy? I
Yeah, they won like 3 weeks in a row, like scoring under 10 points, and
That's what I
then
mean. I don't like,
yeah,
but then the week right before, I'm watching them just throw dimes all over the place.
yeah. I'm not a love guy. I don't know, but they have a good enough team. They can run the ball. They have a lot. They have a ton of wide receivers that I don't know if any are great, but they have good enough core wide receivers, and a pretty good defense. So yeah,
Yeah, they have the Bills.
NFC's
They have
tough.
the Bills receiving core from last year. You got Watson,
Yeah,
Dobbs, Wicks. You're like, I mean, are any of these guys great? Nope. Can they all kind of get open and make some plays?
yeah,
Yep. You know what I mean?
right.
Plus, Jacobs
Yeah,
can be tough. So,
yeah. Jacobs could be tough.
I mean, the NFC, I think there's 6 teams that can win it. I can't see an AFC team winning it, but who the hell knows?
No, I mean, you look at I agree with you. I agree with you. But if I had to put money on it, I would actually put money on the Texans, and that's probably better odds. And that's the team I would think they're basically. To me, they're the Broncos, just slightly worse offense, but they can maybe get better. So
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
I don't know.
What we can wrap up quick with football. How are you looking for fantasy, right? I think pretty much all fantasy we have 1 week of regular season left, right?
Right. Right. Well, I got 4 leagues. 2 I'm guaranteed in. We made a monster trade in our dynasty league. It was a big deal. I mean, for me, it had to be made. I wasn't sure about Burrow, so we traded dynasty. I traded a first and a player to get Dak. Um, I at the time, to me, I was like, listen, I got a chance to win it this year, and
Yeah.
it's one of those things you got to go for it. You got
Yeah.
to make a couple trade. You make a trade. You can bring in some talent.
Well,
This is not a sell type year. I have a good team, and I felt I was weak at the quarterback, especially if anything ever happened to another player. I didn't have any depth. I was rolling one quarterback out there when that's dangerous. And so yeah, we made that big trade. It's worked out for me. Dak's been good, and I got Burrow now coming back, and so
yeah, in
uh,
that league, super flex like that, you really need. I mean, that's why I drafted 4 strong quarterbacks.
right,
Guys were offering me deals throughout the thing, and I'm like, quarterbacks in dynasty, they are too valuable. So
yeah,
we were able to hammer something out. I think that sets you up good for the next few years, and it puts me
yeah,
in a spot because I still have 3, right? I still have 3
yes. You got
good.
3, and Dak's got some years on his contract, and
Yeah,
that offense looks good, and so yeah, I was happy with the trade. Few these trades out there in Dynasty is weird. It's not always player for player or anything like
yeah.
that. These picks and future picks and young talent and stuff like that you give up.
So
You know,
that looks so okay. So you got is that one of the ones you're counting as that?
that's what I'm guaranteed. I feel I'm guaranteed to
Yeah,
get in.
yeah, yeah,
One
yeah.
more week, I got the lead in division. I'm doing pretty good. I feel like I'm in. I'm in another one where I'm in first place overall. That's another 2 quarterback league. I again rolling with Dak, and then I've been, Goff. Goff's one of those guys I have in a lot of leagues. I think I have in pretty much everyone. I'm a late guy. I never take quarterbacks early.
Yeah.
Goff is there. You're like, he's the least sexy guy. He doesn't run. He doesn't get you anything. But listen, he throws touchdown passes, and he's got one of the top offenses in the league.
Yeah.
So a guy like it, and then I have Bijan and I've had Taylor. So one of those guys has been lighting it up. If both light it up, it doesn't matter what you do. I'm winning that game. So
Yeah.
um, I've been rolling pretty good through there. The other ones are tough. I'm in the one with your brother.
Yeah.
It's a log jam for like everybody's tied from third to like seventh.
Yeah.
So I've
Super tight.
needed to win the last 2 weeks, which I have. I won by 1.5 points this week. I stayed
Ooh.
up late. I knew I needed made. And then I'm like, it's getting to that fourth quarter where they're up 30. You're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I don't know what they're gonna do. I go, come on, just I need like one more completion. Let's go. So I got that big win. Yeah, and then my other league, so there's that one dud where it's just injuries and
Yeah.
top 2 picks I think out for the season, and just things don't go right. That happens. I've won my last 4, but it's
Too
not going
late.
to matter. I've
Yeah,
been getting hot at the wrong time, and it's way too late with 1 week left. So,
I love
but
my favorite thing. Literally, this is so bad. Literally, when I go to sleep and I lay down, I go through all my leagues in my head, and then
I
I'm falling
right.
asleep. So I'm in 8 of them, and I'm having a really good season. I got one. I said this before. First time doing an auction in a long time. It's been a total disaster. No shot. I have won like 2 of the last 3, but I got no shot. I have my big money league where it started really bad, even though I liked my team. I was 0-4. I am 6-7, and I got a shot to get in the playoffs. I got a shot
All
to get
right.
from 0-4. That's pretty exciting. And then I got 2 other ones that I'm 99% sure I'm in, and I think I got 4 that I'm going to have a first round buy-in, which is awesome. Um,
That's
so
pretty impressive.
yeah, it's been. I mean, I've hit on a bunch of picks. I got a whole bunch of JSN, which obviously has worked out
Yeah,
really good for
really
me.
well.
Yeah. So we'll see. I got to get some of this hardware. One of the leagues has a big ring. One of them's got the belt.
All
Obviously,
right, you got to get some.
they all got money involved. In my other
Oh yeah.
league, which has a lot of the same guys, I've been talking a bunch of smack about building my team up, and I've been really, really good. I think I got a good shot there. So we'll see. I'm hoping I could bring home two fantasy titles at least. So
Yeah,
we'll see.
that's the hope. That's the hope. But then you get, we've all had the year where great team, first week of the playoffs, you're like,
Oh yeah. Well, that's
gets
why
hurt second play.
that's why the buys are so big, right? Because it's
It's huge, right?
like any single game, you play Jonathan Taylor, or it doesn't even have to be him. Jerry Judy did it
No, I
last
know.
year. There's always a
Oh, yeah,
guy, 3 touchdowns, 180 yards, and you're like, yeah,
right.
my team played well, but
I 2 years ago when Flacco had that end of the season run, I
yeah,
played
yeah.
him in the first week of the playoffs, and you're like,
Was it
guy
2 weeks
fucking threw
ago?
like,
Gibbs, right? Gibbs had like
yeah,
55 in some leagues.
yeah. What are you
You
gonna
run
do when
into
you run into
that,
something like that?
and it's really tough. So we're getting
Yeah,
that.
buys are huge.
Buys are absolutely gigantic. So, what else
Listen,
sports you want to talk about?
well,
I
I wanted to bring up a topic. It's frustrating. I get it. But let's talk Lane Kiffin for a second.
Okay,
Um, yeah, obviously an Ole Miss coach. His team is going to be in the championship, playoffs,
yeah.
and you know, it just it does. Can you imagine like you're coaching your team all the way, and you're like, we got to the playoffs. You're like, yeah, I got another job. I'm out of here, and I'm going to be the new head coach of LSU, and I'm not going to be your head coach going forward. And I'm taking all the other coaches with me, and good luck.
Uh,
But I get it. This is college. They have to do it like this. I mean, I guess they don't.
but
It's
why
the
do they
most
have to do
idiotic.
this?
This
This
is
was
right.
my
Why
question.
do they have to do this?
This was my question, right? Like, one, I guess you could put rules in place, right? Put rules in place. But 2, I'm assuming Lane Kiffin is the guy LSU wants,
Right.
right?
Right.
That right? Is that safe to say?
Absolutely. That's the guy they want.
So my question would be, and maybe it would be, my question if I'm Lane Kiffin and I said, listen, I want to take the job, but I currently have a job and I'm not done with
Right. But here's the problem, Joe.
it.
National
Recruiting and stuff.
Signing Day was today.
What?
National Signing Day. National Signing Day for these kids is today. So this is your problem. Says, I need you to make your decision because it's going to make it this. We don't have a coach, and we need 5-star recruits to come in here, and they're going to come if we have you. We are going to miss out on guys if you wait the month to do this. I,
I guess there's a part of me that's curious as to how true that really is. I guess, I suppose it's true. I mean, maybe I don't know if Yeah, I guess. So the system's just bad. It's just a bad,
It's
terrible
a
system.
bad system. Right.
Just
It's a
bad.
horrible.
And
Right.
they
It's the
shouldn't.
same thing. You're going to have guys who are. It's not just a coach. You're going to have guys who play for Ole Miss or any of these teams that are like, oh, I'm going to go in the transfer portal because that's where the transfer portal up, and this is my chance to, make more money and using nil. And even though my team is in the playoffs, I don't care about that really. I just want to make money and or better my future, which is you can't argue a kid for doing that, but if their coaches are doing it, then you can't really argue a kid doing it. But this is the problem with college football. You can't
Yeah,
play a
I
regular season. You can't play a whole regular season and be like, tell me that this is all that matters. These games matter. These games matter. And then you get to the playoffs time and you got 30 kids just changing teams and going off your team, and you got coaches leaving. It's a joke. A couple of our friends love college football. I
yeah.
like college football. It's a joke. I'm sorry. It is a joke to me that you could be a fan of Notre Dame, Ole Miss, LSU, any of these teams, and you're like, we made it, we did it, we got to the playoffs. Oh, we lost. We lost our starting running back and a linebacker and our entire coaching staff, and we got to get ready for a game in 3 weeks. It's a joke. To
So,
me, it makes it hard for me to really get into college sport, like college sports in general, because basketball's the same way.
well, I never. So my problem with college football was always like, before the playoff, I never loved any of the systems that they had, right? Because I'm like,
Right.
I don't know how you could tell me the sixth ranked team, who, whatever conference they're in, has no chance of beating the first ranked team. Like that, they're just too close. They're too close to say that it could never happen. So like I've just like that's always in pro sports. There is a definite system put in place for I don't. It doesn't have to all. I guess not the best team, but the best team. The best team to
Right.
go through the process of everything. And in college football, I just don't think there. I think there's too many teams, and the sport doesn't set up great for it. College basketball, I think, does better because of the tournament,
Of
right?
course. Yeah.
But like,
Right.
I get annoyed when they're like, "Oh, they should expand it." No, stop it. The 72nd place team is not
Right.
all. They're not.
Right. It doesn't matter.
If you went to 16, I'd say, man, basketball, you're telling me the 17th team can't win 3 in a row, 4 in a row, but 72nd ranked team, they're not winning 7
No.
games in a row. There's no chance.
Nope.
So I think it sets up better there. Yeah, it's a mess. And then there was a part of me that's like, if you're Ole Miss, I don't know. This is really tough. I understand. Like, this guy basically just said, you're not good enough, or I don't even really think he says that. I just think we don't have the resources to win
Resources. Yeah.
that LSU has, because there's a part of me that's like, does it kill if you let the guy coach it out? And then, Dan Patrick today was like, well, he's basically saying that you're not good enough and the players aren't good enough and the college isn't good enough. And
Well, I think it came out that he asked Ole Miss basically. I don't think the money was for Ole Miss, but they're like, I need this much money now for my players to be paid to get good talent, and Ole Miss is like, well, we could do this much, and he's like, that's not enough.
I know,
It's not going to do it.
I mean, I think he was trying to play the victim a little bit. Like, I wanted the coach to play off.
Right.
And part of me, but there's a part of me that's like, I hired this guy to be the coach for this season.
Right.
Listen, if maybe if I'm the AD, I talk to the players, right? And the players say, no, F that guy. He's leaving. I don't want to play for him. Okay.
It would be that way. I know it would be that way. That'd be my mentality.
You, as a player?
As a player, I'd be like, I won't, if he's like, I'm playing in the game, but if like this guy's leaving, I'm not going to be like, rah, we got to win this for Lane. It's his last, he's staying with us, but he's ditching us. Yeah. I don't know.
No, but there's a part of me that's like, if you're the team and you're like, you know what? I understand the business of it, and I understand it, right? But he's brought us this far. Let's go finish the season, and then after this season, he goes his way and we go ours.
Yeah.
But
Look, I, I guess I'd be better with that. I guess that's way better than what it is right now.
if
It,
you're a player, do you think you have a better chance to win with him and the coaches there,
right, you do.
or with them
You
leaving?
do. No, you definitely do. I get you. I get what you're saying. It's a better setup than what it is now, where as soon as the season's over and you make the playoffs, you got coaches, everybody's leaving. I
Yeah,
just,
I
I
I just
the
think
people who love
uh,
college sports and the people love college football. I don't know how they get past that part. It's a struggle for me.
but
I like watch when any kind of football, but I don't
as a
know.
player and as a player and as almost as a college, if I could swallow the tough pill of that's the way the system works, right? And some of those guys should have an understanding of it, right? Because some of the players you just said are going to do it through the portal,
Right. I,
right?
well, that's why
So
it's not just the
you
coaching; it's
you
players.
just accept the fact that this is the way the system is. And there's a part of me that's going to take it personal, but there's also a part of me that understands his point. He's going where the best resources are. Let's just, let's just go win. Let's go win the national championship and do it together, and then we'll go on our way. It's tough, but at the same time, it's like, F you quit on me, so I understand it.
And as a fan, as just a fan of sports, I can't get behind it. It's like the Bills make the playoffs, and McDermott's like, well, I got a great gig in Miami. I'm out. Good luck. It your team, the whole it just tell me that the regular season this is just recruiting for the pros, and it's recruiting for a better gig. Not even the pros anymore. You're recruiting to get more money. You're basically playing the regular season to get more money in nil from another team, and you don't care about playoffs. Just tell us. And you don't. No one cares about the playoffs. The team that wins the championship, all right, they're gonna have a parade. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, yeah.
Those players don't care. They want to go on to the next thing and make more money, whether it's in the pros or a new coaching job or another college team that's going to pay them more
I
money.
don't know if
It's a regular season. It is what it is. That's what it is.
I don't
Watch how
know
many
if I
teams.
all that.
That's it. It's just a recruiting. It's all it is.
I think
That's all they're doing, Joe.
I think they care about winning a championship. All right, let's
Ohio State's not going to lose any players. They're going to stay. People are going to try to go Ohio State. I'm talking about these teams that are maybe I don't know. I'm going to look it up by next week. I'll see how many players have jumped ship on these teams to go get in the portal.
what about this argument? So we were talking NIL. I don't know how much NIL. I don't want to say. I don't want to say. So I don't want to say it has an effective college football because obviously it has a lot. But how much do you think it has affected the transition from football from college to the pros? Right? How many
It's
times
huge.
you think are there a ton of guys that are staying in college longer than they would have before? I know there's some probably. I
think
feel
it's a good amount. I actually do think it's a good amount. I think there's some players that can make. I mean, if you're going to be a second round pick, that's where I'm going to stay. I can make $500,000 in college and just stay there, and I'll make more money. And I think it's a huge difference.
that's not more
It is
money.
more money, Joe.
For if
More
you're
money.
the second round, how much NIL are you getting?
Again? I'll do more research on this for next time, but I'm telling you, it's making a huge difference.
My argument is this: I think the NIL has actually been, from just a college product perspective, I think it's been better for basketball. Right? I think there are more guys that are probably staying a little bit longer in basketball, which is making I think it makes the college game a lot better. I think college basketball, when you have a bunch of, I mean, first off, as freshmen and sophomores, you can't just buck out of football, right? So, like,
Right.
in college basketball, I think the more juniors and seniors that you have, the better the product is and the better the game. And
Right. I agree with that.
I think some of these guys, are sticking around. I mean, if you go in the second round of the NBA draft, which there's only 2 rounds, right?
Right.
You're not getting a ton of playing time, and you're not getting a ton of money. Whereas I think in college, you're like, shit, I can get a bunch of money, and I'm going to get to still play, right? And maybe improve my stock. I feel like college basketball has gotten better. The product has gotten a little bit better because of some of these guys.
I agree with that. Cause yeah, they're sticking around.
And
Yeah,
I don't
the
know,
game's
I don't
better.
know how
That's
much.
how, like, I always thought how, like, these smaller schools could compete because they kept their team together. They had a lot of seniors, so that's how they compete. And I just don't know if that's the case anymore because you're right. Because I think NIL is keeping some of these really good talented players maybe an extra year.
It is, but the bad part of it is now are they leaving to go play other places? Yes, they are, and they're getting more NIL. Right, like if I go to Marquette and I turn into a star, oh man, I'm how much NIL am I getting compared to some other really big college basketball program? And Marquette's not a great example, but they're not like a blue chip. You know what I mean? So they may be sticking around the sport, which I think is making the sport better. I do think a lot of times they're going to other big programs. The the bigger and better programs are just getting bigger and better. I still
Right.
think the product that they're putting on is better as opposed to how many guys were just like, I'm out. Freshman year, out.
Yeah.
Out. You know
Oh
what I mean?
yeah. It was Kentucky only kept a guy for a year.
Yeah.
And
So
never left.
interesting. I think the NIL has a little bit of a different effect on both of those sports a little bit.
I agree. I agree
You
with
know,
it.
so what else? You got anything else you want to touch on quick?
I don't know. We've been talking for like an hour, so I don't know if people want to keep hearing us talk or not. Or I got one last topic. Switch sports. Will the Sabres get over 500 this year,
When you
or they
say
were just gonna hover
when you say
500?
500, you mean flat out more wins
The
than
record.
Yeah, but more.
Yes.
So like I have to count them with overtime losses too.
Yeah, the overtime losses, more wins.
So like
They're gonna have a 500 record.
they're 11 and 15. They're about to be 11 and 16.
Right.
I don't think so.
I don't either. It's just and they feel like they have like a 3 game stretch of good, 3 game stretch of bad,
yeah.
3 game stretch of good. We're like, man, that was good 2 nights ago. Great game. What a game. And then they get murdered by the Flames.
Oh,
And they kill Winnipeg. And then they get slaughtered tonight. And then I don't know who they play next, but they're going to probably dominate. And then they're going to get slaughtered.
Winnipeg again in Winnipeg. I don't know. I mean, I'll have to go and look at the highlights from this game. I mean, Ellis's save percentage is below 85 for tonight, which isn't good. I've said before, sometimes if you're playing terrible defense, then the goalie save percentage can be skewed a little bit. But you gotta be better than 84%. They go through, for some reason they have 22 shots on goal to 32. I mean, they go through these stretches where they get like 2 shots on goal in like 15 minutes, and you're just like,
right,
going, what the hell's going on? And it happens often enough. It's not like once a season. It's like there's so many games this year. I'll just flip it on second period or something, and I'm like, oh my God, we're being outshot like 19-4. And I'm like, what's going 24 minutes? We got 4 shots? Yeah, I don't So oh man, I try and be so optimistic. I get excited about guys coming back, but I don't know. I mean, if they're going to make the playoffs, I think they got to make a stretch here where they win 5 out of 6, 6 out of 7 in regulation. And I don't know. I don't know if they got it in them. I don't know.
Right. I mean, they didn't have the November to forget, like that usual 11 loss in a row of
No,
November, which is good.
September.
So we're having progress.
Yeah.
There's games where you're like, they look great. They're a fun watch. And then it's just like today, it happened to be on TBS today, so I was watching a good chunk of the start of the game, and it's just bad hockey, and it's just an interesting. It's a unique season. I don't know. It's
There's
better.
there's no
It's
reason
just not
for
good
that
enough.
for that Calgary game. Calgary, okay, you're at home.
Yeah,
You're at home.
right,
Calgary's coming off a back to back, right?
right,
They traveled and
right,
they're back to back. Backup goalie you're facing. Not good team.
right,
One of the worst teams.
right.
You just can't get
Yes,
your ass kicked. I mean,
and they got, and it wasn't like it was like, oh, it was they got destroyed. It wasn't close.
yeah, I mean, they were down 2, then they tied it, and then the third period they just got.
Did they come back? Yeah,
And there's too many of those. Like, wow, this is all going in your favor. You know what I mean? Um,
yeah,
So those are the games that they're really it's tough to understand, and those really hurt. And they make it up with a really good win someplace, but they already had that
I
stretch
know.
8 games where they won one, and just it's tough. I don't think they're going to. I would love for them to, but
All right,
so
I agree. I just don't see like a 5-1 record coming anytime soon, and then maybe getting on another little stretch. So I don't know. It's
yeah.
frustrating, but
What
yeah. So,
real quick, what's the Bills score this weekend? What do they do?
that's a good question. I think ah, I have a tough time guessing the Bills. They're like the Chargers to me. I don't know. I don't know
Yeah,
what team
yeah.
I'm getting at.
You
I'm
think
gonna go. I think they're gonna win. I think it'll be like 28-21, somewhere around there.
yeah.
2023,
Yeah, I
something
was
in that
gonna
area.
I was gonna ask you.
I don't know if we can stop Burrow. Our defense, I actually think one of the better that Bosa's not going to play. We've got more injuries. But Bernard, our linebacker, I think the best thing that happened to the team is this guy getting hurt. I think he kills us on the run. This Shaq Thompson, who's a veteran, he's stockier, bigger. I think we play a little bit better against the run with him in. But they're not a great running team, anyways. Um, I would never be shocked. I listen. I looked at the spread before the Steelers game, and I couldn't believe we were favored by 3 going to Pittsburgh after the game we just played. Um, so I'm gonna look at the spread eventually and see what Vegas, if it looks fishy or not. I bet you we're favored by 6 for some reason.
I
Um,
Oh
I'll,
man, go ahead.
if they're favored by, I think you should take any other team if the Bills are favored by anything a touchdown or more. I don't know how you take the Bills ever. They have
Yeah,
not been that team. Um, Burrow he wasn't great that game. He was rusty. He was in the 56% completion. He was
yeah.
not great, but he'll just get better. I'm gonna take the Bills. Their running game's pretty good. It's still a bad defense, so
Been
I'll take
playing
the
better.
Bills. 28.
Defense has been playing better, but
Yeah,
better than
it
offense.
has been playing better. Yeah,
But
it has
better,
been
better
playing a
than
little
offense.
better.
So yeah, we'll see. It'll be
Couldn't
interesting.
get worse.
Big week in fantasy for a bunch of us. Uh,
Yeah,
Exciting stuff coming up. We will touch base.
yeah,
Thank you, listeners.
yep.
Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Apple are the platforms that we're on. So thanks everybody for listening to episode 35. I wish you well. Some of you, not all of you, in your fantasy. And as we get to the playoffs, that's when it gets good. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully I'm sitting on 4 buys and I could take a breath during during that week. So,
All right.
uh,
It'll be nice.
all right, let's catch
All right,
up.
buddy.
Soon. All right, let's try and get some poker in soon too. How's
Yeah, anytime.
all right, all right. All right, we'll talk. I'll get
Let's
a
get it in.
game running. So,
All right. I
all
like
right,
it.
see ya.
See ya.
Hit the mics, take a seat, it's about to ignite. Two dudes with the spread, keep your bets locked tight. Sports talk sharp like a razor blade edge. Numbers don't lie, no need for a hedge. Welcome to the greatest fucking show on earth. From the pitch to the court where legends birth. Plays and parlays, every wager's worth. Sit back, tune in, ride the wave of mirth. Game clock's ticking, we predicting the heat.